Halo Reach came out in 2010, and it was the last Halo game made by Bungie. I finally got to play the game last week, since I didn't have an Xbox when it came out. Back then I actually had a Wii, which was actually pretty fun, and I might talk about it in another video depending on how this one goes. Well, anyways, after so many years of playing Halo for the first time, I was 8 when I played Halo for the first time. Not gonna lie to you. I'm not really sure, but I'm pretty sure I was 8 when I played it for the first time. And 10 years later, now I'm 18. I'm 1 year away from graduating and going into college. And that game, finishing that game, guys, it's like completing my childhood. What I don't understand is why many people actually hated it, because it was a beautiful game. And it was a game that just Bungie added so many things in the game that we had never seen before, like the sprint or the space missions, and that campaign. It was so beautiful. It was just a whole experience, to be honest. It leaves me speechless because it was so beautiful. Bungie did their best and they tried harder to make everyone happy with their game. They made me happy, I can tell you that. I loved the Halo Reach. While watching a video from the Actman, I agree with some points that he made about the game when he was talking about it. One of them was that the lack of character development. Well, it is true that it might not have as much character development as other games, but you see, it's not about how much time they get on screen. It's about the little things they do, which can seem bigger if you think about it. Like George, he doesn't get that much time. You don't hear a lot about him, but he sacrifices himself at some point to save you. He tells you make it worth it. Like, he loves Reach. You can tell that he loves the planet with all his heart.
Bad news is, time is fried. I'm gonna have to fire it manually.
That's a one-way trip.
We all make it sooner or later. Better get going, Six. They're gonna need you down there. Listen, Reach has been good to me. Time has come to return the favor. Don't deny me this. Tell him to make it count.
And then, just as you met him, he just dies. He's just gone. That really hit me because I had just started to getting along with him. Like, I had started to like the characters, and they started dying one by one. And that was really hard to see. Or there's also that Spartan Emil. He had badass armor, but that armor actually had a backstory. I'm not really sure about it, but I remember I saw it from the Acton video. I'm actually going to leave the link in the description so you can see the video to know what I'm talking about. But it had something to do with his brother that died. Oh yeah, now that I remember, yes. His brother died and he wanted to avenge him, so that's why he took so much pleasure in killing the Covenant. And that's actually how he died later on in the game, killing the Covenant. And then we have our main character, Noble Six. He is just a lone wolf and a total badass. Man, that game had great characters. It looked like it didn't, but if you paid attention to the small details of every character, you could see how beautiful that game was. Well, an example of a character that was very well developed is Sergeant Johnson. You met him first in Halo Combat Evolved. He's just some random sergeant. You might think you never see him again, and you think he would die in Guilty Spark, when the Flood started killing a bunch of Marines, but he somehow survived. No one knows why, but he somehow survived. And seeing that character die really broke a part of my heart.
I'm getting you out of here.
No, you're not. Don't let her go. Don't ever let her go. Send me out with a bang.
Captain Palmer, which is like the new character from 343 Industries, she will never be as badass as Johnson. No matter how hard they try, she just can't be as good as Sergeant Johnson. And yes, Halo Reach was not a perfect game. Maybe it should have had a lot more of character development and stuff. But it was a very beautiful game. It wasn't as good as Halo 3. I'm gonna give you that. But it was a very good game. Bungie just made it for the fans. They just took a lot of hard work to do it. And like, you know, Halo, the first one came out in 2001, then the last one 2010. It's like 9 years of Halo. Like, that is something. Wow. I don't have words for that, but the last thing I want to talk about, I know this video is kind of short, but this is like a new type of video I'm making, but hopefully you guys like it. But anyways, the last thing I want to talk about is the final mission of Halo Reach, which just consists of you trying to survive the Covenant. You just sacrifice yourself so that everyone could deliver Cortana, and the Master Chief could have her later on and save the world. Now, God knows how many times. You just get left alone. You're by yourself. You know you're gonna die, but you still want to fight on. And that's exactly what your character does. The final cutscene is just your character fighting the countless elites and grunts and all the Covenant. But in the end, he does die. And a thing that I liked about the game was like, when you start getting shot at in the final mission, your screen starts to crack. Like, it shows how that your character is dying, and that really hit me. Like, it's sad to see your friends dying during the game, but when it comes to you, when it's your turn to die, it just really feels different. It's just a whole new experience. And man, that's mainly why I love the game. Like, I don't understand why people hated it. It was a great game, had good story, and the multiplayer. It was very fun. There's these new game modes. There's Firefight, and I enjoy Firefight a lot. Right? It's on Legendary. 4 dudes just trying to kill as many elites, grunts, hunters as possible. It's just madness, man. And there's this game mode called Invasion, which is basically Spartans versus elites, and that was very fun. I enjoyed it. It's kind of unbalanced sometimes for the elites, but it was still very fun to play. Well guys, that's it for today. I hope you guys liked the video, and if you did, remember, like and subscribe and share with your friends. I will see you guys next time.
Oh, I know what the ladies like.